Okay, May 2nd garden tour. This is from the inside of the garden. We are looking at my handy dandy gate that was a gate on probably several other yard fixtures. I don't know what all else, but it is a piece of crap. It flexes real bad. I mean, it's just not held together hardly anymore. I'm gonna be replacing that soon. I got a bunch of plants I want to show you, but one of the things I want to show is my sun gold. The sun gold is beginning to ripen. The single tomato. This plant, for whatever reason, I didn't intentionally prune it. Maybe it went through some trauma, but you can see it's a main stalk, and then down at the very bottom, which is kind of weird, it's got a separate stalk coming off of it, which has little yellow flowers on it. So I guess it's going to make some tomatoes, but this one almost looks like one that somebody who knew what they were doing had pruned, which is definitely not the case, but it's got flowers all over it. So I'm thinking within the next month I'm going to have some really good tomatoes. To the side of it is a carbon, and you can see it does have some little tomatoes down there, and maybe some others too. These are my two big tomatoes, this carbon, and then beside it is what's called a woods brimmer, and you can see it has some tomatoes in the center area at least. This one I screwed up with. This is aroma, but it's determinate, and I kind of made a decision that I wasn't going to screw around with determinants no more, but I seeded it, so I guess I'm going to be seeing what happens with that. Moving on over here, I've got a really cool little Super Sweet 100. It's kind of slow to go, but it does have flowers on it. I don't know if I've seen any fruit. Yeah, there's some down there in the middle. This one here is called I think it's a sweet treat. It's supposed to do good in 90 plus heat. I looked it up on Google. I also looked this one up, this Juliet. So this was based on a Google return why I purchased these seeds. So they're later planted, so they're slower going. But this one over here is another sun gold, and it's got some nice tomatoes on it and a shit ton, frankly, of blooms. Very happy about that. On the end is one of my two spoon tomatoes, and these things at the end of the season last year, they went off, so they got a decent number of little flowers on them. Maybe I'm going to get some cool spoon tomato flowers. Well, spoon tomatoes. This, I guess I let it go to seed. This is just kind of a quick experiment. It's a bok choy that was like a free gift seed pack. So yeah, I think I might pull the leaves off of it, take them inside, rinse them off, and let people try them, see what they think. That's another one of those either sweet treat or Juliet inside the beautiful purple tomato cage, thanks to Levi Whitaker. Came with a pepper plant that has since passed on. I think these are jalapenos, and I don't know, they're like a foot tall. They're not really, just blowing it up, but I think they got some flowers on. Anyways, I think they're jalapenos. I'm not really all that good at peppers apparently, but I think that these four that are in here, the main plants anyway, not the weeds, are bell peppers. They're slow to go, but this is my grouping of my best tomatoes. They started earliest, they got in the ground first, and this one's my spoon tomato. It's got a bunch of little flowers on it. Next up to it is a sun gold. Yeah, that's a sun gold, and so it's got a bunch of little tomatoes on it. It's got a bunch of flowers. Next to it's a Super Sweet 100, and this might be the biggest tomato plant I have so far. I'd say it's like 3.5 foot tall, something like that. It's got fruit. It's got plenty of flowers. It's doing great. And then this is my black cherry. I had two of these that I managed to get seeds for, and you can see it's already doing great with those cherry tomatoes. But one of them broke off in half, and so that's how one of those other ones got put in there. But those are my favorites right there. Those suckers are going to be productive, I think. And then over here, you see I've got tomatoes, trellis and all the bullshit. And then in this, like, I think this is like 12 to 13, this lengthwise, and maybe about 10 in width. This is my area where I'm going to plant a lot of okra, and then on the trellis over here, it's already been tilled, and man, it rained and I had to get over here to plant some shit, and only a couple of them survived. So man, it was a nightmare. Almost lost my shoe. But that's the yard long Armenian cucumber. It's kind of slow. I don't know, I might have screwed it up. And then the one beside it, oh, I probably gotta water them more. I've been neglecting those, watering all the damn tomatoes. Anyhow, that's some other bullshit cucumber beside it, I think. But that's the end of the tour.